Hello everyone, my name is Darvolschwein and today we'll be continuing our playthrough of map Alcatraz Escape by Sanyash. Last time we managed to defeat 3 heroes, War, Death and Skywrath. And today we'll be fighting 3 more heroes, Plague, DepthsTerror and Stone Master, which is here. As the preparations for those fights are pretty long, once again I will just skip them. So I'll see you in a second. Yeah. I think we are prepared now. We'll be using those 4 heroes plus Muriel, who is here. But firstly, let's block this red monolith so that we can access this entrance monolith and go to Stone Master. Elaine will be the one to fight him. However, we will start from Plague, the most powerful out of those 3. And for her, we'll actually need 3 heroes. Firstly, Big Chris, who has this Admiral's hat. His job is to get her to this hex, this square actually, on the map. And for that, we'll summon a boat, and the only place from which she can attack is here. Now we will use Kira with some strange units. And we will have to sacrifice her in order to defeat Plague. For this fight, we will once again use Dendroid Lock. However, it will be a bit harder to execute this time, as those dragons don't really want to position themselves properly. So firstly, we use the stack with the highest value, which is those dwarves, to position rust dragons here. Now we use those rights to take out retaliation. Wait, now the second strongest stacks are those 2. So it will leeches. Attack them first. Now we have to move those dragons away from this part of the map so that they do not block those 2 hexes. So we use the higher stack here and the lower here. Plus we attack with dendroids. Now those bone dragons moved first, so they attack the stack with higher value, and those dragons had nothing else to do but to attack this stack, as they couldn't attack our dendroids, since they would otherwise breath attack also their rust friends. Okay, And now we have to use prayer so that our dendroids are faster than green dragons. We take out the retaliation and attack. Hey, now leeches don't want to shoot us because they would hurt their friends, and those dragons cannot run away. So what we have to do is just cast anti-magic and spam Armageddon. Okay, only one stack of dragons left, so we sacrifice Kira. And now she can go. She has some artifacts to boost her damage. And we will simply use the Berserk bag. Plus, we will reduce defense of those rust dragons so that our ballista does more damage. Okay, I think this is enough. We'll just have to remember to renew Berserk after 250 turns. And I think that this should be enough. Or maybe just one Berserk more. Yeah, and that's it for Plague. We get back our artifacts and we can save the game. Now we will fight DepthsTerror. We just have 2 units. One which is immune to enemy Armageddon, and one which can use their poison to reduce the health points of Hydras. And since this reduction is actually permanent, as long as the enemy casts heal, cure, or I think it was anti-magic, or maybe dispel, I don't know which one of those two. Yeah, so the enemy health points will be reduced by 50%. And the fun thing is that we will deal damage by using landmines. This is actually the spell with the highest damage output of them all, as the enemy will be hit by 8 mines each time, And since each mine does 10 times our spell power, this is 80, which is higher than even implosion that we of course do not have. Okay, now the enemy has only 50% of health points, so we can start spamming landmine. Now, every corner of the map is filled with mines, so each time the enemy moves, he will take damage, and it will be much more damage than he can resurrect. So we just need to do that for a while, and we don't even need a mage with us to reduce the cost of our spells. And this is actually not the intended way of the author. The original method is much more beautiful, and I think that I will create a separate video just for this fight after I'm done with the playthrough. Okay, I think that this is it. Perfect. And now the last fight. My method was definitely not intended by the author. It's pretty long and not very creative. But it doesn't matter since it allows us to win. We just have to prepare some spells and go here. Now our titans at some point will be able to out-heal the damage done by those gargoyles. We'll just have to keep in mind that we have to recast our buffs and debuffs from time to time. And this is it. Now the only enemy left is Hunger, which is the hardest out of them all. But we will deal with him in the next video. So if you liked this video, then please leave a like, maybe comment and subscribe. Thank you and goodbye.